began making fake identification certificates for Jewish people to use. It was then that I started smuggling children out. It was so much easier for me to take orphans off the street. It was so much harder to convince parents to let me have their children, the one thing nearest and dearest to their heart. Some parents would say, "Go ahead, take my child today, I'm ready." But others would say, "No, no, no, come back another day, then they'll be ready for you." And of course, I would always go back another day. But it was often too late. The families, they'd already been deported. But no matter what, families would ask me, "Can you guarantee my child's survival?" And truthfully, I would have to tell them, "No, I cannot. I cannot guarantee your child will get out of the ghetto. But what I can guarantee, if your child stays in ghetto, their chances of survival are slim." The hardest part for me was listening to the mothers' sobs as I tore their children away from them. I always had to tell myself, "Irena, be strong. You are doing what is best for children. Inside ghetto, these children have no rights." But no, it was not just me alone in this. There were 25 social workers total, and just to get one child out, it took 13 people. We needed priests to make fake baptismal certificates, and homes waiting for the children on the outside. Oh, but getting the children out, now that was something else. We had various ways. We could put them in the floorboards of ambulances, hide them in sacks and coffins and say they were dead. Oh, take them out through the sewer, or my personal favorite. We would walk out through the basement of the courthouse, which let out on the Polish streets. No matter what, I was never caught sneaking child out. If baby let out sniffle or cry, both me and child would be shot on spot. It's a crime to give Jewish person piece of bread, never mind taking their babies out of the ghetto. So, for some infants, I had to give them sleeping medication or tape their mouths shut. When I would walk the children out of the ghetto, the entire way, I would hold their hand and repeatedly ask them any questions they could have on the outside. I would constantly say, "What is your name?" so that they never slip and accidentally give their real name away. You see, I myself have a jar right here that has their real name, their fake name, and where they're hidden. We will add her to the list now. What did you say her name was? Rachel? She is no longer Rachel. She is now Mary. I would remember to tell her that in the morning. Anyways, as I would walk with the children, I would constantly teach them Catholic prayers, so that if they were ever questioned, it would seem as if they were raised a Catholic child. I would say, "Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Now your turn." And they would repeat it back to me. Good, you must always remember that. I've taken so many children out of ghetto now, but a few really stick out to me. Like little Elizabeth Viscop. She was so small when her parents let me take her that I hid her in a shoebox and hid her in a pile of bricks on a wheelbarrow. And out she went past Gestapo without the slightest of suspicions. Once children were safely outside of the ghetto, that was just the beginning of their journey. They often came to my house for a night or two, until a home was ready for them. Or we would take them to a convent. I knew I could always trust the sisters. Nobody ever turned down taking children from me, but I often had to rehome them several times. One night, when I picked up this boy, through deep sobs he asked me, "How many mommies can one child have? I'm on my way to mommy 32. And I had to tell him, "I don't know." Every family that took him in treated him with love as if they were his own child, but they could not keep him due to blackmailers selling names to Gestapo of anybody they thought could be Jewish. It was at such a great risk to the entire Polish family. If anybody ever slipped to Gestapo, the entire family would be shot. Now that I'm in hiding, I think every day to myself, "Irena, you could have done more. There's more children out there that need your help. But I'm still the only one that has the list. We cannot keep very many records for fear of Gestapo finding them. But I knew at some point I might be caught, so I had to think of a plan for my list. I tried all of the normal spots, under the floorboards, inside my cupboards, inside teapots. But those were too obvious. I had to think of something else. So I came up with this plan. If Gestapo ever came, I would take my list and toss it out the window so that it would land in a thorn bush. But on that night of October 20th, 1943, when Gestapo came, they surrounded my house. Surely if I threw list out window as I planned, it would land right at officer's foot. So instead, my friend Johnny was sitting right in this chair, and I took the list and tossed it to her, and she hid it in her underpants. For hours, Gestapo searched my home, under every floorboard, every cupboard, all of my teapots. But they found nothing. My list was safe in Johnny's pants. They took me away for questioning, and of course, I was terrified of what they might do to me, but delighted because my list was safe. They told me, if you just tell us everything, who you're working with, what you're doing, we'll let you go, no harm. But I stayed quiet as a mouse. I told them nothing. During one night of fierce interrogation, they broke both my legs and my feet, and so I passed out. But when I woke up, I still told them nothing. After 3 months of this, they decided, she's useless, she tells us nothing, and they decided for me to be executed. But on the night of my execution, the Gestapo truck driver, who drove a whole truckload full of us prisoners to be shot, let me go. I was dumbfounded. Why me? I found out later. Sogota, the underground association for helping Jewish people, had paid a huge bribe for me to be freed. Now, every document says Irena Sendler shot dead. But the Gestapo, they know I'm alive, and that's why in the morning, me and my poor sickly mother must go into deeper hiding. And I still have the list now, but just to be safe, I'm going to bury it under an apple tree in my friend's yard. So no matter what, after this war is over, the children will be reunited with their parents. Now, it's very late. What did you say? You think I'm a hero? No, I am not a hero. It was simply my responsibility to help those whose rights are being violated. My father told me, when I was less than 7 years old, that if I ever see a man drowning, I must jump in and help them in any way I can. And that's just what I'm doing. The Jewish population as a whole is drowning in a sea of blood, and I jump in and help them any way I can. Now, you mustn't tell of a word I told you tonight. For if you do, everything that those heroic Jewish mothers did by giving up their children to complete strangers, or those Polish mothers, taking in Jewish children, risking everything, will go to waste. Now, it's very late, and you must be on your way. Don't worry. Tomorrow will be a new beginning for Mary. Go, it is safe now. And a new day for me, too. After the war, Irena's jar was dug up and given to the head of Zagota. He worked tirelessly to find the parents, but unfortunately, almost all of them died in concentration camps. But good did come. In 1948, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was formed. This signified a global commitment to ensuring all people have rights. Although it did not prevent future genocides, it did make it so we can no longer turn a blind eye, as so many people did during the Holocaust. It is now as clear to others as it was to Irena. We have a responsibility to keep our eyes open.